Yo YouTube, what's crackalackajackasmacin? It's Waffleman for video, and I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. I think 2K kind of made a mistake with these pie charts. Now you're gonna see I'm making a center build right here, and we're just gonna go through down the pie charts and just take a look at the rebounding for each of these pie charts. Now obviously back in previous 2Ks, obviously if you made like an athletic finisher, a pure stretch, you know, you made a playmaking athletic or a post scorer, your rebounding wasn't really going to go past like 80s, and most of the time if you were an athletic or a pure stretch, your rebounding was going to be like around a 76, 74, 78. And obviously the last pie chart has the biggest red, and you see the red is defense slash rebounding. So if you choose that as a center, you're going to get 95 defensive rebounding, 95 offensive rebounding, 95 block, 95 standing dunk. And you can pause the video where I had the biggest pie chart right there and take a look at that. But here is my current lockdown defender build, which they call a two-way finisher. I have no idea why. I guess it's because of my finishing. But when I chose my attributes, I put a lot on defensive rebounding and offensive rebounding. But you had to, because if you want 30 badges for this build, you had to put all those attributes there for your potential. So if I didn't want to have 30 defensive badges, then I would have to fill up the other categories in finishing, shooting, or playmaking, or whatever. But if you want 30 badges, like I said, you had to fill your defense slash rebounding up all the way to this point. So you will have to have at least a 90 offensive and a 90 defensive rebounding, which is crazy. So back in previous 2Ks, you know, a lockdown defender was crazy at rebounding, right? Just because of the vertical, the max wingspan, and all that stuff. Now, this game, I feel like they made the lockdowns OP with the rebounding, because look, now I have a 90 defensive rebounding. And then I'm going to have a 90 offensive rebounding as a 6-7 lockdown. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't know, man. If you don't think that's, I think that's crazy to me, man. And also, when you look at this game, right, and you play around with the My Player Builder, if you increase your height, your rebounding doesn't go up. Your rebounding stays the same. So, like I said, if you increase your height, your speed will go down, right? If you increase your weight, your speed won't go down, but your acceleration goes down. So they're trying to mix match there. But if your height goes up, your rebounding will not go up. And look at the rebounds right there. I mean, look at this. You're going to see in this gameplay, I'm facing like some type of rebounding build, and the lockdown, this two-way finisher, which I think, listen, when I pull it up in the My Park, right, or the neighborhood, it comes up as a multi-position defender. That's what it comes up as. But in regards to everything I'm showing up as is a two-way finisher. And I don't know, I'm kind of being turned off by that name, because yo, I'm not a two-way finisher. Like, okay, I can finish around the rim once I get my finishing up, but like, I'm really a lockdown. Like, if you really think about it, I'm really a lockdown. I think they just make myself a two-way finisher because I'm going to be able to have an 87 driving dunk, which will get me elite contact dunks. Which, you know what? I don't think a lockdown's ever had that before either. I don't think we ever had elite contact dunks. So I really think the way they made the pie charts is crazy this year. And some of you will be like, oh, that's because you didn't put anything on playmaking. Well, that's because I really don't think, first of all, I ran out of upgrades to put. But second of all, look at that block right there. Second of all, like, playmaking, after you play the gameplay, right? I wish I could never put anything on pass accuracy, man. Right now, I feel like passes are regular for everybody. I don't see any playmaker or slashing playmaker making any like crazy passes. Like, I'm still making full court passes, right? I'm not doing, why would I do flashy passes for when I'm not even a point guard or anything? Like, there's no reason for me to do flashy passes. So if you're talking about playmakers for that, then to me that's unnecessary. Alley-oops, I can understand it, but again, I'm not a point guard, I'm not a shooting guard, I'm a small forward. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be throwing alley-oops in the first place. So to me, pass accuracy, I probably would have put a little bit more on rebounding and a little bit more on the offensive rebounding, just because like I just see how dominant this is. Like, yo, I played with one of my friends, right? And we were playing a game, and he messed up the way he made his build, and he didn't put any rebounding. Now, he messed up the way he made his build by accident. He made like a glass cleaner type build, you know, those freaking glass cleaner lockdowns or whatever, and he didn't put any rebounding. And we played a Jordan Rec game. Like, we were all playing a Jordan Rec game together. Before this game started, I was like, I'm going to bitch you on the boards. Like, it's just, well, first of all, I saw the other team's builds on the other team, and they were, you know, 81s. The centers were 81s, you know, low 70s or high 70s, and I was like, I told my guys, I was like, I'm gonna get a lot of rebounds this game. And I wish I recorded that gameplay. I ended up with 19 rebounds in that game. I out-rebounded my center teammate by almost 15 rebounds. He wasn't out. Literally every time the ball was going up, I was getting the ball instead of him. And he's taller than me. And he also has max wingspan. He just didn't have any fucking rebounding. And the same thing for the centers on the other team. I knew based off their overall that there's no way they were going to out-rebound me because I already have a 90 rebounding. So, like, listen, I'm 6'7", I understand. I'm not going to get every rebounding. But most of the time, if you box out, and because of my vertical, I'm going to get the rebounding. So this is why I say I think 2K made a sort of mistake with these pie charts, because, see, these pie charts allow 2K to just lump different categories in together. Like, I don't think defense and rebounding should be in the same freaking category. Like, I just don't. You know, to me, it doesn't make any sense why you have defense, because the reason why it doesn't make any sense, you have to upgrade rebounding. And listen, lockdowns never had more than like an 80 rebounding, maybe at max 82. And that's if you got your lockdown all the way to like a 99 overall. So that's really an outlier. So like most of the time you're gonna have a 76 or 78 rebounding. And this game, our rebounding can go all the way to 9. Can you imagine having a 95 rebounding and you're going up against like guards or other small forwards? You're killing them. Why? Because obviously, if you've made any other build in this 2K, for example, if you made a sharpshooter, if you made a build with the playmakings the most or the slashings the most, any of those builds, if we were playing like a game with just PGs to small forwards, I'm literally going to get every single rebound. And the other factor is the lockdown is already athletic. So I'm out here, I'm faster than some of these big men. You know, I chose the fastest lockdown build. Now you're telling me I got the max wingspan, because a lot of people are going to go short on the same wingspan because they don't want to really lose ball control. You get penalized very heavily for changing your wingspan. But changing your wingspan doesn't affect your rebounding. I mean, it's to me, I think that's crazy, man. I really think that it's crazy that the fact that you can change your wingspan to max wingspan and you're not going to get any difference in rebounding. Like, what? I mean, you get a difference in block, but wouldn't it make sense for the rebounding to also go up? Because a longer, you know, wingspan is definitely going to get you more opportunities to get rebounds. Doesn't that make sense to you, 2K? Apparently, it didn't make sense to them. But the other thing I noticed about these pie charts, right, because they keep lumping things in together, is that now there's no off dribble shot. You know, there's no off dribble shot, there's no off dribble three, and we went back to the days to where we only have mid range. And you know, previous in 2Ks, like I think 2K17, when they had the sharpshooter, right? The sharpshooter had a phenomenal three, but the shot creator had the best mid-range. So the sharpshooter in those games didn't even have the best, and this is why I lag a lot, so we're going to cut that out a little bit. But the shot creator had the best mid-range in that game. The sharpshooter, on the other hand, had the best three. They still had a decent mid-range, but it wasn't like the shot creators. So when you think about that in a way is kind of interesting to notice, because in this game they lump everything together. So this is why I say there's not even really a shot creator build in this game mode, because in order to even just be like a regular shot creator, you have to choose the one with playmaking and shooting the most, which I mean, I guess that's cool, right? But I still want to make a shot creator like a pure shot from 2K19, even 2K18. Like just a shooting guard build that can just score. But you can't do that in this game. You can only choose the shooting pure shot build, and the only other option you have is the playmaking and the shooting one. Because if you make the one with the slashing and the shooting's the most, your mid-range in 3 is going to be alright. Now everybody says, oh, you can add boost to it. Yeah, but I don't really want it like that, man. So this is why a lot of people are complaining that they want custom pie charts. This is why I felt like I wasn't against the custom pie charts in this game, because I would want some stats to be changed too. Like I would definitely put some more on my mid-range maxes out at about like I think a 65 or like a 59 or something like that. I definitely wouldn't want to switch it up to where I can still get 30 badges but lower my rebounding. Listen, I don't need a 90 defensive rebounding. And maybe I wouldn't mind a 90 defensive rebounding, right? But why would I need a 90 offensive rebounding as a small forward? I mean, come on, 2K. I just want to make a lockdown build, the same lockdown build I've been making since 2K17, 2K18. Look at these rebounds, bro. I'm literally, look at this. My teammates are gonna literally take all these shots in that possession, and I'm literally out here getting all the fucking rebounds. And it's after the game, right? After this game right here, I went on the mic. I went on game chat because they were talking on game chat. The guys on the other team basically said, bro, I literally couldn't do anything. And I'm like, yeah, it's cheese, man. I could, as soon as I box out, I'm usually gonna get the rebound because I got a high rebounding already. So you already see the cheese. Obviously, maybe when everybody gets badges, it's gonna be different because there's a badge called Worm that lets you get out of rebound. So I don't know. We'll see when people actually get their badges. But for right now, and probably for a long time, since badge grinding is like the longest thing and the hardest thing ever this year, and the grind is just ridiculous, I really don't think for a long time people are going to be able to like really out rebound me. And I'm talking about like glass cleaning big men. But anyways, man, you know, let me know what you think in the comment section. I just think that it's just freaking ridiculous, man. I don't really like this system in this game. Should have made custom pie charts. I'm out here out rebounding bigs, got 13 rebounds in this game. It's crazy, man. And that's why I say, yo, people, I don't know, there's not a lot of lockdown defending builds out there. I'm like, why y'all sleeping on the lockdown defender now? Like, I don't know, man. One year you guys freaking dick ride the lockdowns like last year, and now supposedly the lockdowns kind of got even better with the rebounding cheese, and y'all not making it. But anyways, man, leave a like for more. I'm out for now. Peace.